know I ain't made a video in a long time. And, you know, this video, I'm not really going to be like looking at you, obviously, right? But I've just been working a lot. And I've been feeling really good about that. I don't know. Like, I feel good in like the, you know, I'm producing more than I'm consuming. Like, and now I like to sit in my car and eat spinach like chips. Like, it's great. Like, literally, you just buy, and these like $3 at Walmart, bro. Like, you can just. I don't know. It just. I said I like it, and I mentioned like the work and my spinach and all that, because I realize now. Well, I already knew this, but I realize now that everything I'm doing is like a chain reaction of trying to improve in the first place when I was like losing weight and wanted to work out. Because really, I only lost weight to try to help someone I really cared about lose weight. And I was like, how am I going to help them lose weight and get, you know, their muscles when I'm not even following my own advice, you know? I'm a hypocrite. So I started taking it more serious after that. And that led me to take like my spirituality. Hold on. It's good. Look, I'm trying to tell you. Like, now I like it. When I first ate spinach, it was awful. When I first ate spinach, it was like booty butt cheese awful. Like, it wasn't like necessarily really bad tasting, but it tasted like nothing. And like leafy and all that. But the more I ate it, the more I realized how good it felt going down. It's like when I started drinking more predominantly water. I started drinking predominantly water like maybe like 5 years ago when I was still early high school. No, that's not true. It's been a long time. 5 years ago, I was just leaving high school. See, I feel like I'm just getting so old. Like every day, like every year, you know, just getting older and older, right? And I'm cool with that now. I've embraced my mortality, but I was talking about something before. Hold on. Right. It led to a snowball effect to where now I started focusing on my health more. I started focusing on my sleep more. I started getting better exercises, and I wanted to get back muscles. I ain't had back muscles before, and now I want a Baki Hama back. I want a Yujiro back. I want a Chris Bumstead back. You know what I'm saying? I want my back to look like a demon. Like, that sounds dope. And I know I can do it because I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing my pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Overhand and supinated. You feel me? Sometimes I do it sideways. Sometimes I like to do my pull-ups behind the neck. And that really like builds like the traps. When you do a pull-up behind the neck, is when you do the bar and you go back here, your head forward, you go back there like that. You really can feel the squeeze back there. But like all that led up to, you know, the snowball effect. Especially when it came to like not just like educate myself on exercising and nutrition, but on like financial literacy. You know, getting all my ducks in a row. Speaking of that, buy Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor. All that legal jargon. Don't sue me. I'm just some dude driving the car. But I don't know. I've been having so much fun recently. I've been explaining to people so many times, like in person, why Bitcoin is great. Like, I don't know. I feel like us monkeys, like human beings, like when given a bunch of power, greed for some reason seems to breed. I mean, I don't think it's just greed, because corruption isn't just, oh, people get power and then I'm gonna abuse it. Like on a systematic level, kind of like in a certain other organization we all know, if there are people in the organization that violate their own rules all the time but are protected and allowed to breed out and become the majority instead of the minority, or at least it doesn't matter how much of the group they are, it depends on how much sway they have. So if someone in a business is doing something illegal or immoral to a consumer or a citizen somewhere, and no one on the team is allowed to correct that, then that will make it fester. So when people of power get around stuff like that, then yeah, I think that starts to fester. But I don't think with Bitcoin is possible. And I appreciate that. And I could tell. And for me, I've always noticed that if something is really upsetting a group of rich people, watch how they allocate their wealth. Like, watch where they put their money into. Like, watch what pisses them off and what they're worried about. Like, several politicians have come out and said, oh, Bitcoin is a threat to the dollar. And to be fair, they're absolutely right. But it's only a threat to the dollar because they continue to do whatever they want and ignore the rules of economics. Like, you can't print trillions of dollars and then say, we don't know where inflation came from. We don't know why your gas is this high after we banned the world's largest oil exporter from sending oil to us. We don't know. I don't know. It's the Putin price hike. You know. Which, I mean, at this point, I feel like it's just comedic. Like, it's just comedic watching them just, I don't know. It's only a threat to the dollar because they refuse to do what they're supposed to do. They refuse to actually be capitalists. Like, during the pandemic, if those big companies couldn't survive and they didn't budget their money correctly, like they tell the citizens, whenever they print money and they price you out of the market and they make things more expensive, what do they say? They always say, oh, these retail investors, they need to budget their money correctly. They need to make better fiscal decisions. But when it's time for the banks to make good decisions during an economic downturn, oh, we need to bail them out. They're too big to fail, right? Because they know that, and that's the funniest part, because they understand that if they did that, it would actually make the world better. Because it will have to go to, oh, only banks that survive are the banks that citizens actually want to bank with and put the money into. It will be actual capitalism, where if you don't give the people what they want, if you don't give the market what they want, which is everyone, you watching this right now, wherever you want to put your money, if you decide, I don't have my money in the bank anymore, I want to put it in Bank of America, not Bank of America, ew. I only saying ew because I got them. They're my bank. Shout out to Bank of America. But let's say you want to go, I don't want to do that. I want to have my bank account now Cash App or some other bank account. You know, I honestly Cash App because Cash App is better. Honestly, they don't have fees, so like instantly they become desirable, right? But if they actually allow for the forest fire to cleanse out the companies that are predatory and rude and take advantage of the uninformed citizen, in the sense of like whenever I mention to people, for example, when I say they take advantage of you and they're rude and they should be like, you know, purged out because they don't deserve your money, like whenever I tell people, okay, do you know why it's called fractional reserve banking? And they always go, no. I go, because they can take 90% of all the money that you put into the bank and they can loan it out to someone else for interest, or they can invest it. That's why if everyone went to the bank and tried to deposit their money out of the bank, it would cause a crash. Like in 2008, because literally that happened in 2008 too. Everyone tried to go to the bank. I don't know if it's called I don't know what it's called, but the bank does not have all the physical dollars in its reserves right there at the bank. Is what I'm saying. They don't even hold all your money there, which, I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea, but it's the fact that they tell you that the safest place to put your money is the bank, but they don't mention to you about stocks. Forget about crypto or Bitcoin, which they're darn sure not gonna mention to you. But they don't even mention stocks. Like, you could, if you bank with Bank of America, I used to own some of this, but like I don't full disclosure, I don't own Bank of America stock anymore. But you all Bank of America stock. Like you could get a couple shares of Bank of America stock, you know. Get you some dividends every quarter, every 3 months. Like, that would be better spent time than, you know, just having your money sitting in their bank account. At least then they can't say you're not helping them because you're investing your money into them. Like, they can't be mad about that. Like really? Yeah, whatever. But most people don't even know about that whole fractional reserve banking thing. But I'm gonna come back and finish this.